What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode we set up that extreme farm, and that is really epic. I was talking about my concerns for lag with the area, and guys, I gotta tell you, it is stupid laggy. Like, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, if we go into our base here, just over here, over by our laser area, we can start to feel the lag because it starts loading in. Actually, it might be so laggy that it takes a minute for that to load in. But if we go and hit F3, like right here in the base, we can see we are down to about 30 FPS, 20 now. It goes all the way down to like 8 sometimes. It is pretty laggy. Yeah, I was hoping that farm is going to be far enough away that we weren't going to have problems. Actually, you know what? Let's head over there. Let's get the full lag experience. Let's get over here and check it out. So yeah, I just turned it off a little while ago, so everything would fully grow in. I could start working here. But yeah, the problem is, have you guys ever set up a quarry, for instance, and had it all filled with water and then tried draining that water? You know how laggy the area gets? It's because there's constant block updates. The water is, draining into smaller block sizes. It's the same thing with these crops. There are just so many different blocks that are changing state because the wheat is growing and being harvested. Not just the wheat, but like all of these different ones at the same time are all being grown and harvested. Yeah, it's just so many block updates that lags. Well, I say lag. It causes frame rate issue, like really bad frame rate issue. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting it to be this bad, but it is pretty bad. So yeah, this is kind of the same thing as like draining out a quarry full of water, and you never want to be around that area. Now, it's not like server side lag. If you do the TPS of the server and you see how the server is performing, it's doing stuff, but it's not hard on the server. It's just hard on the client rendering all those different changes constantly. So the farm is fine. We just can't have it anywhere near a base. So we need to put it somewhere where we are never going to be. And I was trying to figure out where a good spot like that is going to be. So I was looking at the map, and oh yeah, you can see right here where the new quarry is doing its thing. I was just over there a little bit ago. Yeah, we could put it practically in any one of these areas that we don't go to normally. But I was kind of thinking, we have this island out in the middle of the ocean that we will never be going to, as far as I can tell. We could set it up right here in this little plains biome on this island, and that could be like our little remote agriculture power source station. I think this is about the right size that would fit on there. At least I think so. It looks about like it would fit. Anyway, I think that's what we're going to do. So now that we spent all the time building and, tilling all the land, placing down all the crop sticks, making all the crop sticks, getting all the clippings, planting it all, now we got to tear it down and do it all over again. So that's going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I really don't want to, but we can't have that lag machine here because this is our base and this is where we're going to be. And that is just ridiculous. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this all down. I'm probably going to move it over there. I'll check the dimensions of this island and make sure it'll fit. If not, I'll pick somewhere else, like maybe this plains area or I don't know, something. But yeah, we got to move it far away. It can't be here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this area since I dug down into the ground and made that basement. We might put something else here, maybe, a bigger nuclear reactor area or I don't know, something. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take some time here. It's probably going to take me a few hours to tear that all down and then rebuild it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that done, and we'll be right back. Well, deconstruction and rebuilding hasn't taken super long thus far, but I haven't laid in the dirt, and I haven't started tilling the dirt, and I haven't started planting all the crops. But yeah, this is the way I am doing it right now, and this is the way it looks out here on that island. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't quite fit perfectly on here, but mostly. So that's what we're doing here. I did put the pillars down, and I, ran them into the water, so it looks like the structure is properly supported and all of that. But yeah, it mostly fits on here. Just two places it kind of goes down to the ocean, but whatever. So yeah, this is the way that I am building this thing at the moment. using the builder's wand, which is super helpful. So I just lay down that and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need some blocks in the bar. Yeah, just come out two like this, do a little cross section, then use the builder's wand and remove that block. Yeah, and then we are left with a thing that looks like this. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because I can just use the builder's wand to bring this out, and it'll look just like that down below. And then eventually I'll just come through here and put in the part that holds the dirt. Yep. So this is not coming along too bad. That says TE because I was going to put test just to put a waypoint there so I knew where I was going. Yeah, this isn't coming along too bad. It's going to take me a few more, well, probably a couple more hours to get it all finalized, get all the dirt in there and all the stuff planted. And then we can actually hook this up and hopefully get our beef Wellington factory going. But yeah, let's go ahead and sleep, get rid of the monsters and all of that. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, guys, so everything is now put together. The fields have been completely grown. I got the piping installed so we can start collecting all the items just like everything was set up before. The only thing is, yeah, we need to hook up the machines down at the bottom that are actually going to process all this stuff. So I went ahead and I built a whole lot of stuff, guys. I've been at this for a while. So I built 4 more cyclic assemblers, and then we got the schematics so we can set the patterns. I don't know if we need 4 or if we only need 3. I built 4 anyway. I built a lot of these pressers. What is it? The firm tofu is like the slowest portion of making the beef Wellington. So I wanted to have a ridiculous amount of these things so we can make that firm tofu pretty quickly, so we can make these pretty quickly and yeah, burn through them and get a lot of power. So I built an aqueous accumulator. I set this, I built the basic one that upgraded to resonant because I believe this holds more internal fluid. I don't know if that's necessary or not. I really didn't want to do the transfer node liquid with a whole bunch of world interaction upgrades because those are super expensive, and this was a little bit cheaper. So I built 6 more culinary generator times 8. Yeah, we have 2 more somewhere, I think still at the base. I didn't grab those. I made some resonant retrievers, some resonant servos. I got some structural ducts here so we can cover piping if we want to. A lot of transfer nodes, hardened fluid ducts, and impulse item ducts. Yes, lots of stuff here, guys. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and set down. Oh my goodness, let's set down all of these pressers. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think we're going to set the first one here. And we're going to use these transfer nodes to take the items out and put it into the next one. So I'll do something like this. Yep, and then I think we have to get down underneath and place that. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be looking like. All right. So the question I have is, can I use our builder's wand to place the rest of these things? Oh, yeah, looks like we can. Cool. Let's go ahead and place as many of these as we can. Yeah, I built 63 of these so we could do 3 at a time. And you know, I think that is perfectly in line, isn't it? Yeah, we got 3 blocks on this side and 3 blocks on that side. That's awesome. Now, can we use the builder's wand for these? Oh, but it turns them the wrong way. Dang it. Is there a way we can do that? I don't know. Oh, and these take forever to break. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just lay those out by hand. Those aren't super difficult. It's just kind of annoying. At least the bottom ones, because I have to get down kind of low to place those where I want them. All right. Whoop. Yeah, I got to hold shift and go along. Oh, and they also connect together, don't they? Okay, so we might have to... I'm going to have to fix that one. We might have to make... What are those things called? The cover micro block things, the forge multi parts. Yeah, to keep the pipe separated. Otherwise, I think when these get items, it's going to be scanning all the way down there looking for a place to put an item in, when all I care about is this one goes into this one and this one goes into that one. Yeah, we don't want them like making a huge pipe network, because I don't really know how that works as far as lag goes, if it has to scan all of these and then all of these are scanning all of them. Yeah, that might cause a little bit of problems. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I definitely want to make sure I eliminate all lag as possible, because this area is already going to be laggy enough. All right, so this bottom one down here should have the firm tofu, and up here we're going to be piping in the soybean. So let's get... Oh, you know what? I might not have enough impulse item ducts now that I'm thinking about it. In fact, I know I'm not going to have enough. Whoa. Stop moving so fast, guy. So what do we got here? Mushrooms, spinach. There's our soybeans. You know what? We might as well just connect all these together. And I think what we're going to do is use the retrievers. And you know what? Do we even have enough retrievers for all that? Yeah, I might have to go make some more stuff. I thought I had enough of everything, and now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't think that I do. Now, can we pipe the soybeans in from the side, or do they have to go from the top? I cannot remember. Let me grab this thing. That. You don't want those connecting to that. Yeah, does this work? All right, you know what? Let's give it a twist. Let's give it a test. Let's take a resonant retriever, and we'll stick it right there. Let me grab a soybean. Can I grab just one? All right, so I'm getting a soybean here, and we can set the filter to whitelist a soybean. Yeah, you know, I was talking about this, I think the other day. We were looking at the automatic uranium production. I was like, it'd be really cool if we could only, you know, pull one stack and that's it. It turns out you can. I was looking at this in creative mode, trying to work some other things out. And yeah, you can set how much you want, like per stack. Infinite means it just keeps filling the inventory, but you could say only keep 8 of that in there, so it'll only keep 8 soybeans in there at a time. So that's really awesome. But since we only got an inventory of 1, it doesn't really matter. And we can pull a full stack at a time. And I'm not sure if this is only for the resonant retrievers or not, but yeah, we're at a point in the game where we're probably only gonna be making these anyway. So let's just turn this thing on. Did that pull stuff? Oh yeah, okay, so it pulled the soybeans. So that is gonna go here. Well, maybe this will only send it to its first one. I don't know. Maybe we just got lucky. All right, well then we got silken tofu. Yeah, this thing is doing its thing already. So I'm trying to think of what we need to do here. We definitely don't have enough of these resonant retrievers. So I think what I should do, since we got this hooked up, we can kind of figure out the rest of the system. We can hook up these impulse item ducts back along like this, maybe. So the firm tofu will be a part of the system. So if we have this pipe running somewhere else and we have a resonant retriever there and says, hey, give me some firm tofu, since this pipe is connected to these inventories, it should be able to find that stuff. All right, so I think we got that solved. How many more of these pipes do we have? I lost them already. They're right there in my inventory. 16. All right, so maybe we should run something along like this. I don't want to use too many of these pipes because now I'm realizing that we don't have a lot. So, okay, so we have one of these cyclic assemblers that is going to be producing salt. And then we have one that's going to be producing, what's the other things we need? Flour? Oh, I need to get myself the things that turn the wheat into flour. Okay, so we need to do that. So this will be producing salt. This will be producing flour. This one will be producing dough. And I think that's it. All right, so we can take those away. So I need to get myself the Steve's Workshop workbench over here. These guys, yeah, these will all be connected with these pipes. And then we'll have a resonant retriever over on the Steve's Workshop thing, which I guess we can just say that's what this thing is. Yeah, so this will be the Steve's Workshop thing. And then we can have, I keep trying to find these things and they're still in my hotbar. You can have that there with a resonant retriever that's going to be pulling the dough and the spinach and all of this stuff. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and get a few more things sorted here. I need to make some more pipes. I really thought I had enough and I really don't have enough. Yeah, let me go ahead and get some things sorted here, guys, and we'll be back. All right, guys, so this is where we're at now. I decided instead of putting a resonant retriever on each and every one of these pressers, it'd be a smarter idea just to use a chest and have a retriever pulling the soybeans into this chest, and we can just use a servo to push out all of the different soybeans to all of the different pressers. So that's what we got going on here. I'm using the slightly larger chest so I can right click on it when it's below a solid block, which is pretty awesome. So I guess we didn't really need one this big. We probably could have used one of those single inventory chests, to be honest, because this is never going down. But yeah, we got a decent extra stockpile right here. And then in order to get the firm tofu out of these machines, I had to run the impulse item duct directly below the pressers here. So we have that running below, and then it just comes right up and then meets up with this same pipe. So it's part of the same pipe network. Okay, so this pipe comes over here to our first cyclic assembler, and this thing is just making salt. Yep, we just put a pot in here, set the schematic to the pot plus a bucket of water, and that's just producing salt. Now, I was saying that I thought the firm tofu was like our sticking point. No, it looks like water. So I'm gonna have to either make a bunch more of those aqueous accumulators or get a bunch of the transfer nodes with the world interaction upgrades or something. We need to get more water coming in here way faster. Anyway, our second cyclic assembler over here, mortar and pestle plus wheat, and that's making flour. And then I have a filter on here, so it's only going to allow flour out. Now the reason for that is on the back side, I have a resonant retriever that's pulling wheat out of the pipe network. And without that filter there, wheat was being pulled out of the cyclic assembler back through the pipe and up through the top, and it was just making a loop. And that's just silly. So a thing that you can do is set furthest first. So it's going to try and pull from the furthest inventory over here and then put it in there. But I just put the filter on there just to safeguard it, just to make it a little bit better. Okay, so our third cyclic assembler over here is using a mixing bowl plus flour plus salt plus water, and that is making dough. I put a filter on here just to put allow dough whitelisted. I don't think there's a real reason for that, but yeah, that's what I did. All right, so we got all of those things done. So over here on our Steve's Workshop unnamed block, I guess it's just called Steve's Workshop, I don't know. What I have is I have 4 crafting tables installed, and then I put in the auto craft upgrade each of these and the production speed upgrade in each of these. All right, and then I put in a lava generator upgrade, right? So that's how we're powering our crafting table here, is off of lava, and directly behind here I have a lava fabricator, which is generating lava, and that just pushes it directly into the work table, which just uses that for power. All right, so that's how that's working. Each one of these I have set for the top side of the block to be the input, and the right side when I'm facing the front to be the output, so we can pipe stuff directly into the top, and that will go to the first available inventory, whichever one, so it can push, you know, dough into any of these. You can see it's just doing the first 2 until this one fills up, then I'll probably go down here. But yeah, that's the way that's working. If we can pipe out of the side, and if we do this, we can probably see, yeah, things happening here. And now it's going to start doing the first one. But that's how fast we crafted. That's speed times 4. If we can get the materials in here fast enough. All right, so that is where we are right now. We have this whole thing automated. Everything's working as it should. Oh, we do have a large stockpile. I don't even know if I mentioned this, but yeah, I left the farm running over by the base overnight, so we have 200,000 pretty much of everything over here, so we can let this thing run for quite some time without having to turn on the farm. But we'll probably turn on the farm here pretty quick anyway. I would like to see if we can fill up these deep storage units eventually, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, what we need to do right now is get water, and we need to water way faster. That's what's holding us up. We could be making these beef Wellingtons really, really quickly right now, but we are waiting on the salt and the dough, and yeah. Okay, so that's the next thing I'm going to work on. I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to do more aqueous accumulators or the transfer nodes. I'll figure it out. I'm starting to not like the aqueous accumulator because it makes a sound. That's about the only thing I don't like about it. Let's see. The world interaction upgrades, these things right here, normally they take, I think it's a iron pick, but in hard mode they take a diamond pick. So yeah, they're a little expensive, but I might end up making more of those. I think we can probably pull more water out of the world faster that way, and it doesn't make sound. So anyway, let me go ahead and get some more stuff going, and I'll be back to show you guys any progress. So I'm sitting here complaining about the cost of those world interaction upgrades because they cost diamonds. I go back to the base and I look, and we got so many diamonds, guys. Like, I crafted up a stack of these things, and we still have over 300 diamonds already been broken, and then we still have over like 100 diamond ores in the system that have not been broken yet. And then we are still quarrying right now, so we don't have to worry about diamonds. I don't know why I was thinking we did and that they were so expensive. But yeah, this is going pretty good. Our salt is now keeping up. Every time you use a salt, it refills like almost instantly. Our flour, same thing. Like it'll cruise down a little bit and this will go down and then it'll all be good again. So we're fine there. Dough is keeping up. Yep, everything is good. Everything's being restocked as it should. And over here, like all four of these things are cruising along maximum speed, doing their thing. Almost feels like we're getting some kind of lag right now though, doesn't it? Those shouldn't be going that slow. Huh. I wonder if there is some kind of a TPS problem or something now. I'll have to check that out. I guess we could see if like the sun is jerking. Doesn't really look like it is, does it? No, that's going down at a normal rate. So I don't know, maybe it's just the interface is going, it's just updating slower than it should. But yeah, everything is going pretty quickly here. Now I was trying to pull out of all four of these from the one side, going from here over, and this is just making it too fast. I could pull these and it'd do these, and then this one would refill, so it'd pull from this one again, and then this one. So I had to hook up a second servo over here, second item duct. Yeah, second output, I should say. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So these are outputting from the front, the two bottom ones, and then the two top ones are outputting from that side like we showed before. So yeah, this is going pretty well. I mean, these things are auto crafting as fast as they can, right? Yeah, I like this. Cool. So we should be seeing our beef Wellington increase at a pretty significant rate. So the next thing we need to do is hook up all of our different generators and start making power off of those things. And then I need to give myself, well, I was gonna say I need to get myself a Tesseract so we can power, or we can send power back, but we are currently powering everything from our main base power. And what I should do is get a generator over here just to power these machines, and then all of the power that the generator makes should be sending on this Tesseract. But anyway, we'll get that all sorted here in a little bit. All of this stuff right now, like I said, the farms are shut off, so this is all coming out of our current stockpile that we have here. I guess the other thing I never looked at is how we're doing on these tofu. It looks like some of these are still, yeah, these still have like a decent amount in there. I don't think we're going to be running out anytime soon. But yeah, this is really, really awesome. Good stuff here. I'm super excited to get this power system hooked up. All right, let me go ahead and start laying down some generators and getting other things figured out here, and we'll be right back, guys. I tell you guys what, I am certainly glad I decided to make that many pressers. I thought that was going to be a little overkill when I first set those all down and I had to hook all the things up. But yeah, now that this has been going long enough that it had a chance to get rid of all those buffered firm tofus, if we look over at the Steve's Workshop here, it's got enough that's keeping this very first one full, and it's overfilling into this one. And this one keeps like going back up and then going back down or whatever, but it looks like that one side is enough to keep two of these going, and this other two down here is not going anymore. So I'm probably gonna have to set up another section just like this on the other side over here to keep pressing that soybean down into the firm tofu to keep everything going here. Now this lava fabricator, this is using a lot of power, by the way. I have to have 3 of these culinary generators, the 8x culinary generators, sending power all the way over here to keep this thing running. Yeah, this thing is eating a lot of RF. Oh man. Okay, so 3 of those are going over there. The other, what is this, 6 we have going over here. And we're making just under 3,000 RF now from this setup, which is pretty awesome. I was looking at this and I thought this number was going up, so we have room to add more generators here without really worrying about it. Yeah, we could definitely add more because this number keeps climbing and we have 35,000 of these in reserve. So yeah, I think we're gonna be good to add a few more of these culinary generators. I don't really know how many more, but each one of those beef Wellingtons, yeah, each one of those takes 15 seconds to go through at the 8x level. So yeah, it goes pretty quick, but it makes a decent amount of power. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. I'm just concerned. I keep watching this number go down and climb up, then go down. It might be going down for good this time. Maybe one of those walls over there is only enough to really keep one of these going. Yeah, we might have to do some more pressing action. Yeah, I think that might be what we have to do. I mean, we could also, I was thinking just set up another line over here, but if we have to add 3 more, I guess we could set another row up right here, and then 2 more on the other side opposite of that, and then just have our power generation in the center here. That's something we could do. Well, that's just things I'm gonna have to play around with. I'm gonna keep an eye on this and see how everything happens. But yeah, it definitely looks like this is going down, and I'm hoping that we're gonna have enough to keep this one full. I mean, this is staying full, right? So I think we should have enough to keep that full. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, this is really awesome. I'm pretty happy with this project. I want to get this thing all turned on and making power, but yeah, I don't want to be working in this area when I have these harvesters on, because as we saw, yeah, they just eat up all of my FPS, and it just makes it ridiculous to try and work around this thing. So yeah, these will stay off until I'm ready to leave. I guess I can turn them on overnight or something like that and just have stuff being farmed. That's a definite possibility. Just looking, I don't think any of these things are turned on. When I was looking at our batteries over at the base, I'm pretty sure we're making more power before we set this up than what we're using. But I'm kind of interested in getting the speed upgrades for the ender quarry going, which is going to start eating more juice. So these things might kick on. I'll probably make one of those off camera here. But yeah, I think we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today, guys. Oh my goodness. Moving this farm, yeah, that took a heck of a lot of time. More time than I really wanted to spend on building this thing and tearing it down. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.